Now let's continue the chapter. And under it we'll see today the making of the Germany and Italy. Nationalism in Europe moved away after the 1848 and Germany and Italy came to be unified as nation states. Prussia took over the leadership of the movement for the national unification. The architect of this process was its chief minister Otto von Bismarck, carried out with the help of the Prussian army and the bureaucracy. In January 1871, the Prussian king William I was proclaimed German emperor. An assembly was held to proclaim the new German empire. The process of the nation building demonstrated the dominance of the Prussian state power. The currency, banking, legal and the judicial system in the Germany were modernized. Italy unified. Now we'll see the Italy unified. Italy was divided into the 7 states in the middle of the 19th century, and among all the 7 states, Sardinia, Piedmont was ruled by an Italian princely house. All the regions were dominated by the different kings in the 1830s. Giuseppe Mazzini's formed a secret society and called it Young Italy. The movement was led by the chief minister Cavour. In 1859, Sardinia, Piedmont defeated the Austrian forces. In 1860, they marched into the South Italy and the Kingdom of the Two Sicilies and succeeded in winning the support of the local peasants. In 1861, Victor Emmanuel II was proclaimed King of the United Italy. Then we'll see the strange case of the Britain. Great Britain was the model of the nation and the prior to the 18th century. There was no British nation. The nation became powerful as it steadily grew in wealth, importance and the power. The Act of Union 1707 between England and Scotland resulted in the formation of the United Kingdom of the Great Britain, meant in effect that the England was able to impose its influence on Scotland. In 1801, Ireland was forcibly incorporated with the United Kingdom. The symbols of the New Britain, the British flag, the national anthem, the English language were actively promoted. What was the national anthem of the Britishers? God save our noble king. And what is the British flag? That is the Union Jack. Visualizing the nation. In the 18th and the 19th centuries, artists represented a country as a person and nations as the female figures. During the French Revolution, female figures portray ideas such as the liberty, justice and republic. Liberty is represented as the red cap or the broken chain. Justice, a blindfolded woman carrying a pair of the weighing scale. This is how they can see, they can visual the nation, their nation. Now nationalism and imperialism. Nationalism no longer retained after the last quarter of the 19th century. After 1871, the most tensioned area was called the Balkans, a region comprising the modern-day Romania, Bulgaria, Albania, Greece, Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia, Slovenia, Serbia and others. So this is all together is known as the Balkan region. Ottoman Empire made the Balkan region explosive, and all through the 19th century they strengthened themselves through modernization and internal reforms. Due to the various conflicts, the Balkan became an area of intense conflict. During this period, intense rivalry among the European powers over trade and colonies, as well as the naval and the military might, which led to a series of the wars in the region and finally in the First World War. In 1914, Europe was disastered because of the nationalism. Aligned with the imperialism, anti-imperial movement were developed, but they all struggled to form independent nation states. But the idea of the nation states was accepted as the natural and universal. Here your chapter is over, students.